Yeah, I don't think a lot of people think that too far in the future realistically. Even for me, I sort of had an idea what I wanted to do, but not about 3 years ago, if that made sense. But in general, like when you think about any streamer, it's just they want to do it because they want to make something out of it, or at least test the waters, right? They're not going to think 3 years from now, if it doesn't work, I'm going to stop streaming. Or 3 years from now, I'm going to create a business. I think they kind of slowly adapt
Yeah.
with the times that they get, and I think it is a balance of adapting to the situation and at least trying to plan some form of direction. Because, like for example, let's say I started streaming, my first step is to become an affiliate. So how do I become an affiliate? I'll have to stream X amount of times, have this many concurrent viewers, blah 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 blah. And then from there, once you've hit that step, your next step is partner. How do you get to partner? There's a direction there, but there's no plan in place to get me to partner. And I think that that's kind of like in life in general, or anything that you do, have some sort of direction. It doesn't have to be set in stone, but at least know what you want to do at the end result.
I think that's a very good idea. And I think me personally, I think having like a kind of a grand wizard, I've been watching Dragon Ball Z, going through all of that, but you have
Yeah.
someone that's more knowledgeable in that area that can really kind of boost you to your maximum potential. And you can see that with your guys, like you've helped them. You're more knowledgeable about pushing them as far as they can because you know their potential. Um, so I think for me personally, it's important to have some sort of guidance from someone, but
Yeah.
a lot of it's hard to find that guidance or whether you're going to listen to that guidance. Um, maybe but the thing is, I should add as well is that it's not just one person. You got to take it from a multitude of people. You got to, like I said, build that relationship and network with people because you're an expert in terms of managing a esports team. Um, but are you an expert when it comes to the gym? Two very
Oh,
important things in.
actually, you'd be funny to say that because I used to gym a lot. Yes, but not since I got married. So
But
you'd be
you know what I
funny.
mean. Though, like I go to the gym too, but I'm not a master. I can get a Cert 3 in group training, which is funny. It was part of my
Interesting.
yeah, but couldn't tell.
So
Um,
you're not going to be my PT?
no, legally, I cannot be a PT. I could train you and the Click crew, or you and the Renegades crew together, but I'm not legally allowed to train just you.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's really weird. I think it's a scheme. Like a stupid scheme because you could do whatever exercise you want, but as long as it's a group training, I can teach you. So if you and someone else, you and your wife, whatever, that's okay. But she
Yeah.
goes to the toilet, that becomes a single one-on-one session, a personal training session, which I am not qualified to do. So it doesn't make sense at all.
Yeah. Just to clear things up, like I'm not blaming my wife that I stopped gymming. I'm blaming the fact that I got married and too comfortable in my
Yes,
life.
I see that. I can see that come up all the
Uh,
time. My girlfriend and I have been in a relationship for almost 5 years, and there's always that meme of the two cats. It's like me and my girlfriend, then me and my girlfriend 5 years later, and then the cats get much fatter, but they both do because you both get
Look,
comfortable.
yeah, it's funny because if you were to ask me about 7 8 years ago, I was gymming 4 times a week, and I'd wake up 6 a.m. about 5:30 to get ready to go to gym at 6, about for an hour every morning. Once I kind of got comfortable, I just got lazy. I was just like, yeah, look, I'm happy with my belly. Like got a dad body happening. But the thing is, I still exercise at home, 2 3 times a week, whether it's just doing a circuit, push up, sit ups, skipping, and stuff like that. But ideally, I'd like to get back into lifting again. But I'll get there one day. I'll
Yeah,
get there eventually.
if you got the funds, you could always just get a home gym. I mean, depends on who you are as a person. I thrive off of proximity. Um, if things are too far away, because I really, really hate the fact that you have to drive long distances to get to places.
Yeah,
So if I had a gym at home, I'd be much more inclined to gym than it is to travel somewhere or go somewhere else. You know what I mean? So I bought just from Kmart two dumbbell sets. So I've got 4
Yeah,
dumbbells in total. They're cheap as, but they're still weight. Weight's weight. As long as it's
yeah,
in the right form factor, it's
gets the
fine.
job done. Yeah, that's right. I
Yeah.
agree.
So it's $58. Now I have 40 kilos of dumbbells that I can use to exercise arms, exercise most exercises except for you still can do bench press, but it's harder to do pull exercises. Bend over,
Yeah,
but it probably hits 60 to 70% of the workout. So yeah,
yeah.
um,
No, I know what you mean. I think you have to be creative if like if you can't pay for membership, like you could always do push-ups, sit-ups, squats, etc. at home, right? That then helps build your core. If you want to then gain and stuff, like you could buy the cheap weights from your Kmart. So they're so affordable now. Like I've got some at home that me and Marv and I use if we were. But at the same time, if you live near like a playground, like nothing's stopping you from doing calisthenics. I just think
yes,
people aren't aware. It's just you need to be creative. Like even going for a jog counts as like cardio, right? But people might be scared, or they just can't be stuffed, or the weather sucks. Like I just think it just comes down to, I guess, your will and drive.
yeah. Um,
Because
I'm starting to do cardio again as well. I hated cardio. I was always a sprinter. I didn't like the taste of iron in my lungs. Um,
yeah, I'm on the same boat.
so I couldn't do it. But cardio is your heart is a big thing. Sending oxygen to your muscles really really affects on how long you can train, how hard you can train, and it also affects your overall gains. If you're a weighter, if you want gains, so you need to do cardio. So that's what I've been doing. I'm trying to go on run every 2 days, and the first 3 runs are bastards. But after hitting that capacity, you got a new capacity you have to work to, and it's really satisfying to know that I can run longer than 10 minutes, longer than 3 kilometers straight. Mind you, I'm running on hill where I live. It's like Sydney. It's not flat, even though I live in
Which part of
Adelaide.
Adelaide do you live? Which part of Adelaide?
Near, let's say near Blackwood, ish.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it's not flats.
Oh, yeah. I used to live in Marden.
Oh
Before.
shit. Okay.
Yeah,
So yes, it's similar to Marden. It's similar to near Belair. It's Belair
yeah.
area, so it's
Oh, yep, yep, yep. I know the area.
it's very very hilly and
Yeah,
strange. I'll tell you off stream where I live.
yeah. Adelaide's so small. I'll probably find your house.
Yeah, you probably will. So can everyone else in the stream. So that's why I leave
Yeah,
it. Yeah, it's so satisfying to be able to run further, and at least I can go. Okay, if someone's chasing after me, I can run for at least 10 minutes. I can get
yeah,
away for at least 10 minutes.
yeah. It's interesting because back when I was in primary school, I used to do cross country. I love sprinting, 100, 200 meters. As I got older, I prefer just going, jogs on the streets, things like that. And then I just couldn't be stuffed with cardio anymore as I got older. But that's probably one of the reasons I got back into breakdancing is that cardio element.
Yeah.
And it was great because that was when I was gymming a lot as well. But you couldn't tell now, but back then I used to go to gym, 5 times a week with my friend. And after that would go train dancing, do gymnastics. But, I miss that life. But, I've got to balance. I've got to be realistic. Like, I have to be strict on my schedule, which I've been very lax with if I want to gym.
Yeah. Have you got some photos that you could upload, or you'd be happy to upload of you in selfie with a mirror with your shirt off, going, "Look at me, I'm a Motorola
Uh,
Razor."
I never did that. It's funny because like when I was gymming, I never did progress shots. I just did it for the sake of being healthy. And I was a skinny kid growing up, so for me it was just putting on some weight. So you like all the photos of me going to the gym. I don't have that. Never took. I don't know. I wasn't a selfie person when growing up, and anything close to gymming, like no, I don't have any photos, unfortunately. Which sucks because I can't show people, what I used to look like. But the people that knew would be the people in Adelaide, my crew. They wouldn't like. I got to the point where I was a size large. I was so happy. Which now I can still wear a large because of my belly, but that's a different story. But like going from a small size to medium and then was a satisfying journey.
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely reflect on that. I'm not huge, but I've always been conscious about being small. My step family, my stepmom is Italian, and her parents are very Italian. So
Like feeding you a lot of carbs.
yeah, but they always go, there's you're so weak, so small, so
Yeah.
whatever, and it's just like you just pull a tear out of your eye. I'm like, I'm going to the gym. What do you mean
Yeah,
I'm so small?
it's funny because like I grew up and my family, they weren't skinny, they were stocky. Like my cousin. And so, like I share the same sentiment. And it's funny because either people get dejected and they just go depressed, or they just turn that into motivation and just, go to the gym, they'll eat as much as they can. And, that's kind of how I kind of took it was, I just got to the point where I was like, I'm just going to start gymming. I can, how do you, turn into a motivation? I think that's how I did it. Now I'm just like, if you were to look at a photo of me about 10 years ago, you could tell I was skinny. Now I'm just like, I'm comfortable with, I guess, my weight. I could shed off this belly, which I should, but I think I'm hoping to start back again to kind of get back into shape, but not a bodybuilder shape, but at least a comfortable shape soon.
Yeah, I mean that's me as well. I'm not an 18-year-old kid. So I've always been lucky to have no fat. I mean, I probably when I was like skinny, I was probably like less than
Wait till you
15%.
hit 30.
Yeah. So now I'm starting to gain some love handles. Like I'm not a big guy, but it's not that like skinny ab sort of skinny guy, like abs. You know
Yeah,
what I
that's
mean?
it.
But I don't have those anymore. But my brother's partner said something funny. She said, like you're not a 15-year-old boy anymore, mate. Like you of course you have to expect to put on some
Get
stuff.
some weight.
But at least
Yeah.
now I will build bigger than I ever have been before, even at the gym.
Yeah. And I think it's good. I think the one regret I have is gymming at the age of 16, not letting my body fully grow out. I think around about when you're about 21, 22, 23 is when your body fully grows out from memory. And that's when you should then go to the gym, unless you've got a proper schedule and you're getting coached to do it professionally. Like you kind of should let your body at least try to grow out. And some people say, I stopped growing when I was 15, blah, blah, blah. But, you will grow out eventually. You might not know it, but you might be an inch taller or shorter, blah, blah, blah. But, let your body fully develop, gym, and then go ham. Because, at least you get the optimal experience.